Walking away without explaining is not weakness. It is the language of someone who is tired of being misunderstood. Silence becomes strength when words stop working. Not every heart deserves an explanation. Some people only listen to reply, not to understand. For them, silence is the clearest message. There comes a moment when protecting peace matters more than proving innocence. Over-explaining drains the soul. Walking away saves it. She was the kind of person who always explained herself. She believed clarity could fix everything. She thought honesty was always enough. Whenever misunderstandings appeared, she spoke gently. She chose words carefully and tried to save bonds. She carried the responsibility alone. But explanations slowly became exhausting. No matter how clear she was still misunderstood. Her words kept falling on closed hearts. She noticed a pattern over time. The more she explained, the less she was respected. Her silence was taken lightly, her effort for granted. She tried one last time to be understood. She shared her feelings honestly and calmly. The response was cold and dismissive. That day something shifted inside her. She felt tired, not angry, tired of explaining her worth. She realized a painful truth. People who want to understand never need long explanations, and people who don't never will. That night she chose silence, not to punish anyone, but to protect herself. For the first time, she did not explain. Walking away felt heavy at first. Her heart questioned the decision, but her mind felt strangely calm. Days passed without arguments or justifications. No long messages, no clarifications, just distance and quiet. She expected guilt to follow her. Instead, peace arrived slowly, a peace she had not felt in a long time. She understood something deeply. Silence does not mean weakness, it means boundaries. Not explaining did not make her cruel. It made her honest with herself. She stopped begging to be understood. People noticed her absence. Questions appeared too late, but she no longer felt the need to answer. She learned that closure is not always a conversation. Sometimes it is a decision. Sometimes it is simply leaving. Walking away without explaining saved her energy. It saved her dignity. It saved her peace. She did not leave to hurt anyone. She left because staying was hurting her. And that reason was enough. Sometimes the strongest response is silence. Sometimes the bravest choice is distance. And sometimes walking away without explaining is self-respect. She discovered that freedom begins where explanations end. Each step away felt lighter than the last. Her heart no longer carried unnecessary weight. For years, she had tried to justify herself. She had begged for understanding that never came. Silence finally felt like liberation. Her days became quieter, but clearer. She focused on herself, her goals, and her happiness. Peace replaced the chaos of constant justification. Some people questioned her absence. Others assumed the worst. But she knew the truth. Leaving silently was for her, not them. She realized clarity is not always verbal. Actions, distance, and choices speak louder than words. Her exit said everything that words could not. She remembered the nights she cried over being misunderstood. Now tears were replaced with resolve. She was learning the power of letting go. Every day without explaining strengthened her. Confidence grew quietly in her heart. Her voice no longer demanded validation. She started noticing the difference in relationships. People who truly valued her never required explanations. They understood naturally. Some friendships survived, some ended, but she accepted both outcomes without regret. The lesson mattered more than the loss. She became selective with her energy. No more endless efforts to convince anyone. Her peace was worth more than their approval. Walking away became a form of self-love. She learned that not every argument needs closure. Not every connection deserves reasoning. She started enjoying her own company again. Silence no longer felt empty. It felt empowering. Her past mistakes no longer haunted her. She learned from them, not apologized endlessly for them. Growth became her response, not guilt. People tried to pull her back. Calls, messages, questions, but she kept walking forward, quietly, confidently. Her heart was open but protected. She learned to love without losing herself, to care without overextending. She understood that explanations are often futile. Understanding comes only to those willing to see. Those unwilling will remain blind. Her peace became visible to everyone around her. Calm, steady, confident. A quiet strength that could not be shaken. Walking away without explaining was not the end. It was a beginning of self-respect, clarity, and inner freedom. She smiled at her own reflection. Finally, she liked what she saw. A person who chose herself first without fear or apology. Her story became a silent lesson to others. Sometimes the bravest act is to leave. No apology, no justification, no explanation was needed. Her heart, mind, and soul were aligned. Peace replaced confusion, and freedom replaced burden. Those who mattered would understand eventually, or they would fade away. And that was not her concern anymore. Her focus was on growth, not approval. In the end, she discovered the ultimate truth. Walking away without explaining is not abandonment. It is liberation, it is power, and it is self-love realized fully.